Hey, what the fuck is up? It's Great Junkiezzz, and we are gonna do like a Christmas special type thing because my 20th video for Great Junkiezzz got taken. Well, it didn't get taken down. I took it down, but I needle dropped Ella Fitzgerald, and they had a problem with that. It was blocked in some countries, so I just deleted it. Took some of the good stuff from that video. I'm gonna carry it over to this video and hope it works out. We're listening to the Animals' greatest hits. Let's hope they don't fuck me up on this too. It's like getting to the point where you can't even listen to music in the background anymore, which is fucking ridiculous. You know, it ain't like we're trying to sell the music. It ain't like I'm trying to upload it. It's just in the background. There shouldn't be a problem with that. First record, Mothers of Invention, numbered copy for Record Store Day. Finally got my hands on that. What does it got on here? Why Don't You Do Me Right and Big Leg Emma. Just one of the Record Store Day releases I actually wanted. The only one I got to get yet really is I think the Grateful Dead concert, but it'll come because they're everywhere. I've seen them. There's like two at my one shop. There's one at the other one. They're everywhere, so it's not like I won't get it. Got this for a present. Who Killed Sgt. Pepper? Brian Jonestown Massacre. I only have one other record by Brian Jonestown Massacre, and like, you know, I really love this band. And the other record that I have is Aquafina or whatever it's called. Not Aquafina. You know what I'm talking about. It's like it's brown and it's got the. If I knew where it was, I'd pull it out, but I don't. So fuck it. Anyway, I only have one other record, and the one I have is okay. There's like one or two tracks I really love, but this thing is amazing. It's more I think it's like more electronic driven. There's actually some really cool there's this like English chick talking about the Beatles on I think side C or D of this because it's 2 disc. Really cool gatefold, like awesome gatefold. I'm a big fan of the tambourine man in this band. I think he's the man. Obviously Anton is a fucking genius, and if you don't have this record or never heard it, I suggest you pick it up. I listened to this thing in the past couple, since I had it. I got it last night, very late at night, from someone. Really nice purple splash, and I mean, on the white, it's just beautiful. I think this comes in a couple different. I think you can get it on black. I think there's maybe a couple other colors you can get it on. This one is probably the best one to get. So I guess I got lucky on this one. I think it's out of print too, so it's not something that's like easily found. I was lucky that my record store had it. You know, I think it's the original copy of it. Yeah, so Brian Jonestown Massacre. So that's cool. Then it was Christmas Eve yesterday. I didn't even know mail came on Christmas Eve. My daughter comes walking up the steps with a package in her hand, and I'm like Memphis Final Gym, and the missus sent me my, winnings for the Obsessions contest. I was super stoked, and it ended up being something totally different that I didn't even expect. It wasn't their prize. So I was like, well, who could it be? Because I wasn't expecting nothing from anybody. It ended up being Pat Mason. If you're familiar with him on Facebook, he's I'll show you the symbol. Me and Pat talk back and forth from time to time on Facebook. There was a record, an old heavy metal rock record. It's kind of like a grail for most heavy metal rock people. It's kind of considered one of the starter, maybe not the first heavy metal record, but it's in that class. It's from 70, I think 71. But there's Pat Mason. He always has that Patco label, kind of like the Adco, but it's Patco. If you can see that. He sent me this really cool package. And me and him have been talking back and forth about that Dust record, which is it's Dust. And it's got the 3 dead bodies on the front, hard rock, heavy metal type stuff, early 70s. So he showed it one day. I said, I'll buy it off you. I was going to buy it from him, but I just never got around to putting money on the card. Didn't have a lot of money. Didn't ever load up the card, So I'll show you what he sent me. First, he sent me a really, really cool letter about everything. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically he's just thanking me, basically like a Merry Christmas type package, which is really nice, Pat, man. You're the man. I showed a Supertramp record that I got, which was Breakfast in America, and it didn't come with the sleeve. It came inside another record a while back. I showed it in a video, so he sent me the sleeve, which is awesome. So that's a nice touch. You know, now I got a complete record that I would have never had if he wouldn't have sent me this sleeve. So that's really cool. So thank you for that. That's awesome. But here's the main thing, and I'm going to show that right off the bat because this is really what I wanted. This is on Karma Sutra, 1971. You know, if you're interested in early heavy metal hard rock, this is definitely an album to get your hands on. Dust. It's on this Karma Sutra label. I'll show it to you. Really nice. I actually have not taken it out yet. I've had so much other stuff to sort through, and I just did get it yesterday, but it is, whew, it's in really good shape, Pat. God damn, buddy. And you know, these are like $30 albums, so I mean, to send it to me for free, man, you are, you know, I'll definitely be getting you back. I have a laundry list of people to get back. Well, not a laundry list to get back, but I have a laundry list of people to, and there's the back of it, just in case you. This is one of those ones that I found in a covers book, a record cover book that I have. And when I seen it, I automatically knew I had to have this record, just basically for that cover. But also, you know, I'm a heavy metal hard rock fan, so it's definitely something that's got to go in the collection. So he sent me that. They didn't stop there. And, you know, the VC don't ever stop at one record. We all know that, so he sent me this. This is 1988, like alternative. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm guessing it's more alternative. I'm not really familiar. This is the Grinning Plowman, Days of Deformity. And this is actually, it looks like a pretty cool record. It's on Buddha. Or no, it's on, no, I'm mistaken. It's not on Buddha. It's on, I'm really not sure what it's on. It's double sleeved. Not sure why, but it is double sleeved. It is on, oh wow, it's on like a label I am not sure about. It comes out of Nashville, Tennessee. And I think in the note, he talked about them a little bit. Post-punk psych goth, if there ever was such a thing, is how he describes it. They were based out of Nashville in the early 80s and 90s. So, yeah, that sounds interesting, because I'm into, like, church, and I'm into stuff like that. I love new wave, you know. This is actually a Canadian press, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, maybe not. But this is a pretty cool record. It looks like a pretty decent one. Really, really awesome. Next one. Good Southern rock here. 1975. This is a band that was formed in St. Louis, where Pat's from. So, you know, he was quick to, you know, try to get me on board with these guys. I did a little research on them, and I think they toured with, like, Allman Brothers and Leonard Skinner and people of that nature. And this is Mama's Pride. And I think, yeah, Mama's Pride. I think that's the name of the band and the album. And that's on Adco, which is Patco. Maybe that's something to do with why he has his label as Patco. Is Adco out of St. Louis? Is that why you do that? I was never sure why you rep Adco so much. Is it just because you really like Adco, or is it because of something else? Anyway, this is just Mama's Pride, self-titled. They have a couple other albums out. Just good Southern rock, man. From what I've heard about it, it's really, really good stuff. The cool thing about all this stuff that Pat sent me, I've never heard any of it, which is just great, because it just gives me some really good stuff to listen to throughout the holiday. So, same thing like with this next one. 1971, blues rock. This is a French rock band. Kind of like rock, you know, vocals are like in English, like English, old English kind of way. This is like a very influential type rock band. You know, influenced a lot of like Western rock bands. This is the one that was on Buddha. There's the label. It's the Buddha label. And I didn't show you the record yet. I'm kind of fumbling around here. dicking around trying to not showing you the record, but this is the Las Variations Maracan Roll, and they have a couple other records as well. I did some research, and they're worth checking out from what I've heard. What does he say here? He says, something I picked up recently, took a liking to. It's hard rock, psych rock. Their first record is supposed to be really excellent, but it's hard to find. So, you know, Lost Variations. This is, I think, their third record, if I'm not mistaken. So, pretty cool stuff. Stuff I never heard before, and that's the best part about it. So, you know, Pat, for one, I didn't get much for Christmas, so like that really made my Christmas, man. So thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You're the man. I will definitely be getting you back. Got these from my daughter. My daughter's 4 years old, but she knows I like Kiss. I like ICP too. She knows anything with face paint I like, so. I mean, I'm not as big of a Kiss fan, but I mean, I like Kiss. I'm not like anti-Kiss or anything like that. Okay, let's get on to some pickups. First, this is some prog. This is, I believe, I want to say it's their first record, but I don't know. This is a band called Nectar, prog rock band. Have not listened to this yet. Not really sure, but I know I've heard good things, so I picked it up to check it out. Really love that inside picture. They look so cool. And the artwork on this is just amazing, and it's just on Passport, so it's on that Passport label. You know, there was a couple copies of this there. There was one that was really expensive that was the exact same press, and it was basically just a little bit in better condition. Really, this is in really good. I got this for $4. I mean, I'm not going to sit here. If there's one for 20 and one for 4, and I notice that they're exact same pressing, and the only reason why the one's 20 and the one's 4 is because maybe of a slight little, you know, maybe the outside is a little more worn than the other one, or there might be a hairline scratch or something. I'll go for the $4 one first. If I can bring it home and it's super terrible, I might go back if it's good enough to get that 20. But unless it's something that I'm really looking for, I'm not spending that 20. And I wasn't necessarily looking for this. It would just look interesting. I figured I'd check it out. Knowing that I've heard people talk about it in the VC before, that's Nectar. Next one. This is one I have a little story behind this one too. This is one I've been looking for a while. I go to this shop, and they don't really put out anything good. Let's just say they put out some okay stuff, but when they've come across in the collection that they get at the shop, when they come across stuff that's like good, like, you know, good used stuff, they will put it underneath a table, and they'll on eBay. They'll eBay it or you know, at shows or something like that. They will not put it on their shelves because they're predominantly a new vinyl store. So when I looked underneath their curtain, and I was paging through some of the good stuff, because I do that from time to time, and I came across this record here, which is obviously Kraftwerk, the Man Machine. And now I've been looking for a copy of this for a long time. I've seen the reissue, but I don't like the new reissues. This is the second press. This is not the original, but it's as close as I'm going to get right now. And it was really cheap, so I figured why not? And it's mint condition. I'm talking mint condition, man. The thing is beautiful. Crisp edges. The vinyl is very beautiful. This is on a green label, Columbia, and just really happy to get it in my collection. That I got actually on Christmas Eve as well. Now getting into some blues. This is some blues harmonica, 1976. You know, Jim and the Misses would probably love this stuff. I'm pretty sure they have records by this guy. Sonny Bob Williamson. Gatefold, double LP, some blues harmonica. From what I've heard, this album's pretty damn good. I have not got to spin this yet. I got so much stuff on the back catalog to get to. I just haven't got to it yet, but I picked it up for a fairly decent price. It's in really good shape. It's on Chess Records, and it looks damn good. Next blues record. Now, this one I did get a chance to spin. Man, do I love this record. Now, some people might not think this is Taj Mahal's best stuff. I have some of Taj Mahal's later stuff, and I must say that this Taj Mahal is the Taj Mahal I like. Not saying that the later stuff is any worse, but I just really fell in love with this record. I played it probably 4 or 5 times in a row. This is Taj Mahal, the Niche Blues, or the Nichel Blues, or something like that. I showed this on the Facebook, man. Oh, this is a fucking, it's on a red Columbia. I think it's, you know, 70s, late 60s. Not sure the date. I didn't write the dates down for these because these are the ones I showed in the 20. But this album, if you can find it, if you find this album and you're into blues, pick it up. You're going to love it. I guarantee you. Jim, if you've never heard this record, you got to listen to this record. It is damn good record. I don't know what more to say. If you like blues, you're going to love that fucking record. Getting into some vocal. I kind of want to do a video on female vocalists because I really love female vocalists. And when I talk about female vocalists, I'm talking about, you know, Eartha Kitt, or like, you know, Ella Fitzgerald, or, you know, Billie Holiday. These type of women, you know, from back in that time period were just phenomenal. I mean, the women vocalists from back in that time, I don't know what it is. I can put on an album of any of them and just vibe and just love it and just have something about that, maybe that barroom type feeling. You know, her, you know, nice dress, stand on stage, just a spotlight on her, smoke in the air, you know, gin bottles with, you know, gin on the rocks and whatever. I mean, it's just something about that era that I just love. And this is no exception. Gloria Lane, where is it? Or where is it at? Where it's at. This is Gloria Lane, another female vocalist. Like I said, I think I want to do a spotlight on female vocalists. I don't know much about this record, although I just got it. It is on Fantana. Gloria Lane is, if you're into female vocalists, you might want to check out. Like if you like the next lady I'm going to show, and I'll have to get to her. I don't want to spoil it before I show it to you, but I'm doing a couple here, female vocalists. So I'll show you the next one. Is another one, jazz pop, you know, vocal, 1962. This is none other than Nina fucking Simone sings Ellington. So, you know, Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, Gloria Lane, Ella Fitzgerald. These women are just fantastic vocalists. I mean, you cannot beat these women. I'm gonna have to flip my animals soon. This is on Colpix. Not really sure about that label there. But yeah, it's basically, I think, like a compilation of Nina's stuff. I don't see a lot of Nina Simone, so I picked it up, and it was a fairly decent price. I'm not going to pass on it. And it is like it's basically probably like a $20 to $30 record. So to get it for this, you know, in this good a condition at the price I got it in, I'm not complaining. And I love that shit. I mean, I can throw on, you know, Nina Simone, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, these type of people. I can throw that stuff on at any given moment and just be in complete and utter heaven. So, you know, I pick it up when I see it. So I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna pass. Next one. Speaking of Ella Fitzgerald, this is the record I needle dropped and got a little copyright thing sent to me in the mail. So I'm not going to needle drop this today, but I will tell you that this is an amazing record. This is on Verve. Ella Fitzgerald, the Rogers Hart Songbook. It's a double LP, gatefold. I'm not going to open it up. It's just letters and words and stuff on the inside. Nothing special. There's Ella, a little older Ella, but, you know, just good stuff. Got to pick it up. I mean, really, you do. If you're into, you know, soul, funk, rhythm and blues, jazz, vocalists, you know, those three that I just showed you are essential, I believe. I mean, now getting into some stuff for the dudes, you know, some stuff that you might really be into. This is a psych, pop, folk, garage, fusion rock, classical. I mean, they all over the board. This is a record you don't see a lot, and when I saw it, I grabbed it. It was not super expensive, but here's the reason why I paid $20 for it. Because I know that this record, I've only ever seen it on red and white labels. I've never seen it blue, and I figured since I couldn't even find information about a blue, why not pick it up? And this is, and I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Skaladowi, and this is a Polish band. Like I said, psych, classical, garage, pop, I mean, fusion. I've listened to a couple tracks online. I have not spun this yet because I did recently just get this, but I've heard about them. I've seen the record before. I've wanted to get it. I was surprised to see it in my shop. And here's the blue label, and this is from Poland. I mean, everything on here is in Polish, so I mean, I can't read any of this. Oh no, there's some American here on the back. There's some. This part's American, but it's an import, big time, old school. You know, good garage psych stuff. It looks like it's going to be hella good, and I mean, like what I said, I did listen to a couple tracks, and from what I heard, I enjoyed it. So, next one. This is one I've seen on the Facebook page shown, and one I've seen here and there. It's a U.S. band, pop psych. They formed in New York. They had a couple really big hits. What's the big hits they got on here? Walk Away Renee, Pretty Ballerina, you might know them from. And that is none other than the Left Bank. Walk Away Renee and Pretty Ballerina obviously are their like two big hits. Good pop psych stuff. And this is on Smash Records. It's in pretty good shape. You know, the jacket I think has a little warpy damage to it here, but you know, I'm not really concerned about that. I'm concerned about the vinyl, and I know the vinyl's like near mint, so I'm happy. I'm happy with that, and it was cheap. Next one, another band that I've been picking up anytime I see their records, because I don't have a lot of their actual records. I only really have their 45s, and that's the Trogs. This is the Trogs Wild Thing. Definitely, you know, troglodyte style there in the cave. Really cool band. Obviously, if you're into pop, psych, garage stuff, you've heard of the Trogs. I don't have to tell you nothing about them. They're just amazing. And who doesn't know Wild Thing? Wild Thing! Yeah. Next one. This is what we're listening to. The Animals. Greatest hits. Or the best of the Animals. Pretty good record. Although it doesn't have some of my favorites on. Like, I like Animalization. It's like one of my favorite Animals records. I can listen to that record, tape, whatever, all the way through. It's one I don't have on vinyl, but want so bad. So Animalization, man. Anybody out there has that, let me know, because I'll take it. Next one, Eric Burdon and the Animals. The Twain Shall Meet, Eric Burdon and the Animals. Same thing, like, I like it, but it's not it's not the Animals that I love. I love, you know, the Animalization album, man, is, I think, like, from the shit I've heard, and I've heard pretty much, because I had a couple greatest hits albums, a couple other, you know, their bluesy stuff I like more than their poppy stuff. I really like their bluesy stuff. And that Animalization is just like a perfect example. Now this, it's not bad, but it's just not what I love, you know what I mean? But it's good, and plus I'm trying to get everything, so why not? Next one falls right into this shit, the Hollies. Stop. This is Canadian Press. This actually is the Canadian cover, so you're not going to see this in America. This is Canadian cover. You know, obviously, I can't really say much about the Hollies. I mean, the Beatles, the Monkees, the Hollies, the Zombies, the Trogs, the Animals. I mean, these bands are all amazing. American history, rock, pop, psych, garage, whatever you want to call them. I mean, they all dabbled in most of those genres throughout their careers. You know, the Beach Boys. I mean, they all have done it, and you know, the Hollies are no exception. And speaking of the Zombies, here's this is, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's Odyssey and Oracle. No, it's not. I mean, it really is, but it's not. This is a Japanese Odyssey and Oracle. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They're, you know, littler than a record. I don't want to compare it to that one. I'll compare it to the Hollies one. I mean, you can see it when I sit it next to it. You see how it's a little bit smaller? It fits the record perfectly, but it's a little bit smaller than a regular 12-inch. Anyway, so it's the Hollies. It's a Japanese thing. It's got like this cellophane all across it, and it also has a cellophane on the inside. But it's really cool, and I wanted to get it just to see what it would sound like. Now, I haven't spun it yet, but here's the label on it. It's just Japanese, like, label. Yeah, so, and it is Odyssey and Oracle. I mean, it's the whole album. It's looks the same way as the original Odyssey and Oracle. It's just a Japanese press, which made it really fucking cheap. I mean, like, I paid $3 for this, so, you know, just to see what it sounds like, and just to maybe, who knows, maybe the person priced it wrong, maybe it's worth something, who knows. Fuck it. I just got it, you know? I don't have that cover, so, and I probably won't ever get that cover. Rock Roots the Zombies, there you go. Some good, and this is a really good, this is a really good compilation. It really is. This is on Decca, on the blue Decca label. Oh man, yeah, beautiful. And I mean, the vinyl is fucking beautiful. And this is from like the 60s, or not the 60s. Fuck. It's an English import. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get you a date here. I might be able to get you a date. Give me a second. 64? 64 on this blue Decca, and it is fucking beautiful. Really it is, and it sounds really good too. And there's just a lot of good zombie stuff on here. What's my favorite one on this one? I mean, really one of my favorite zombie songs of all time is, I Remember When I Loved Her, in this, The Dream, Summertime, obviously, I Can't Make Up My Mind, Remember You. I think it's Remember You. There's one song that I like everybody likes Time of the Season, you know, like everybody's like, oh yeah, Time of the Season, but like, the Zombies were more than just Time of the Season. I mean, they really were. I mean, the Zombies have some amazing music, and I mean, if you haven't dug deeper than Time of the Season, you need to get your ass on that shit. The Zombies are one of those bands, man, that is really fun to collect, because you rarely see their stuff, and their records are really cool. So I picked up this one too. This is the Zombies BBC sessions live on the BBC 65 and 67. This was this came out in 1988. This was pressed, or 85. Sorry, and it's just it's on Rhino Records, so that's pretty cool. And it's basically just them live, recording from 65 through 67 BBC recordings. So that was cool. Also got Can't Go Without Meet the Zombies, because you gotta have a Meet the Zombies, right? One of the coolest, you know, I think throwback covers of all time that people could do is like Meet the. Even this Mummies, it's not a Meet the, but it almost looks like one. It's kind of Meet the-esque. Okay, no. But the Residents did it. I think I even have that right up here. Oh no. Oh no, that's the Beatles one. Okay, so we got the Beatles one. Where's the Residents one at? We gotta show you the Residents one, right? We're gonna have to, right? We got to. Can't talk about it and not show it. Oh! Oh, I found it, I found it, I found it. Oh, I'm shaking. There we go. But I mean, you got to Meet the Zombies and to Meet the Residents, okay? Now, the Zombies one definitely did it better. Because if you compare the Zombies to the Beatles one, look at how perfect that is. I mean, they like just did it perfect. They just added like some weird faces in there. But anyway, that Meet the Zombies record is really good. It's a really good compilation of some of their best stuff. Love it. It's actually my favorite compilation I have by them. It's got everything you want. I mean, it really does. It just got everything. It's Time of the Season's on there. Tell Her No. Oh, This Will Be Our Year. Whoo! Now that's the song I'm talking about. This Will Be Our Year. One of my favorite tracks by Zombies. I fucking love that song. Love it. Okay, now getting on to some jazz. So for your jazz people, here we go. This is funk, soul, jazz, psych, garage. This album, not necessarily reviewed well from my research, but it's on Impulse, and it's by a dude who's really kind of avant-garde type jazzy stuff. I know I'm going to say his name wrong. I know I will. Gabor Sabo. Sabu? Yeah. Wind, Sky, and Diamonds. Gabor Sabu and the California Dreamers. This is on Impulse, guys. This is a beautiful copy. And, you know, I've heard it's got a touch. Now, I didn't listen to it yet. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I didn't listen to it yet. I just picked this up very recently. I heard it has like a touch of garage psychish, and I mean, I can see that by the lettering and stuff. And it's a little avant-garde. It's on this really beautiful Impulse label. Nice, thick pressing. So yeah, I'm not sure yet. You know, I'm gonna have to give it a listen and kind of just judge for myself as to, you know, what's going on with it. I did read a review saying that I think he does they do Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds on here. They do what else do they do? White Rabbit, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. What else? Are You There? W.C. Fields, The End of Life. Just, you know, a bunch of pop cover type stuff, and could be pretty good. So I picked it the fuck up. It wasn't that expensive. It's on Impulse, and really, I like Impulse. I love Impulse label. I do, and I usually pick up if it's in really good shape and it's not that bad a price, and it's a jazz record, and it's looking like this. You got the psych twist to it. I'm not gonna pass it up. It's not gonna happen. Next one, same guy, Gabor Sabu. This is Avant-Garde, 1968. This is, by the way, Gabor Sabu is a Hungarian guitarist. So this is just a collection of original pop covers and classical reinterpretations, pretty much, done by Gabor Sabu. This is called Dreams. This is on Buddha. So, I don't know. You know, I figured I'd pick them up. They were both together. They're in good shape. I mean, you don't have to see this label a million times. Oh, it's not even... Oh, that's right. Okay, it's not on Buddha. It's on the Sky, and this is an import. I forgot that. Okay. It's on the Sky label, which is a really cool label. It's in a Buddha sleeve for some fucking reason. I forgot about this. It is on Sky. It's an import from... shit, I forget where. I think it's an import from some fucking where. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not an import. It's on Sky Records. I'm not really sure exactly. Here's another one, keeping with the jazz stuff. This is a 1963 jazz, droney, like smoky saxophone-led instrumentals, basically. I mean, really, and it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. This is Blue Mist, Sam the Man Taylor. Good stuff. Yeah, Blue Mist. Not a bad record. Pick it up if you see it. If you like that droney saxophone-led type instrumental stuff, like I just said, great stuff. Pick it up. Nice to just chill, lax too. I mean, that's what I do with jazz, you know. Like with jazz, I put jazz on and lay down and just think, you know. That's how I do jazz. Unless it's like upbeat jazz, but even then, I kind of just lay down and hang out, you know. Some bassy. Love this cover. You know, this is on Roulette. Had to pick that up. I like bassy, you know. He's more old school and stuff. This is my first modern jazz quartet album. This is the comedy. Not the one I wanted. There's a couple other modern jazz quartet stuff that I wanted to get before this, so I'm not going to listen to this until I get some of the stuff that's more historical when it comes to the modern jazz quartet. So for now, I picked it up, but I'm not listening to it until I get some of the other stuff. Let me know. I mean, is it good? Next one, Oscar Peterson, Stage Right. This is on that VSP Verb label. Got to get some of these other ones too back here. These are all on the VSP Verb. If you ever see these records, they kind of all have this thing. They'll have like an art picture here and stuff. These are usually pretty good records. This is one I got at a Goodwill actually, and it was really cheap. And it's Oscar Peterson on piano. We got Ray Brown on bass. Barnley Kessler on guitar. This is just like a bunch of recordings spanning from 53 to 55. Yeah. It's pretty good stuff. Pick it up! Next one, Johnny Hodges. Now, I got another Johnny Hodges record. I just showed a little bit ago. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Johnny Hodges, where did I put him at? Johnny fucking Hodges, where did I put you at? I just picked up a Johnny Hodges record. Good luck if I can find it now, because when you fucking need something to show, you can't freaking find it for the life of you. But the minute I turn off this camera, I'll fucking find it. You better believe that. Nope, here it is. Remember I showed this one? Johnny Hodges, Blue Rabbit, with Wild Bill Davis. This is good stuff. So when I seen this, I was like, fucking A, I'm going to pick it up. Johnny Hodges Triple Play it is. This is on RCA. It's got plenty of Johnny Hodges horn fronting 3 exciting all-star bands. I mean, he's got names out the ass up here. So it's just filled with people. Tons of people I'm not going to list, but it's a good record. Good jazz record. If you're into that type of stuff, pick it up. The next two and the last two are 2 Miles Davis records. These are going to send us off on our way. Let me just put this on really quick because this is a really good record I got up here. Okay, so the last 2 we got Miles Davis, Tutu or Toto or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is on these really cool vanity labels that I fucking like a lot. It's got Miles's hand on it, doing that symbol. It's pretty fucking cool. So those are nice. This isn't, I don't think, one of his best records or even close to it, considering Miles has tons of records. But it's one of his later, 80s record, I think. I forget exactly what year. Maybe 70s. Maybe late 70s. I'm probably wrong. 86. So it's 86. But I pick up anything Miles, man. If I see Miles, I pick it up. Now this is one that I wanted, and this is one that I needed for my collection for him, for the core Miles stuff. And this is Miles Davis Milestones. This is one I've been wanting. I found this one, super happy to have found it. It's on Columbia, it's original press, in really good shape. On that nice red Columbia, it's in very good shape. And this one, I'm not sure the date of this one. This one's definitely early 60s, I'd say, something like that. I don't got the date on it, but there you go. Miles Davis Milestones. So you can't fucking pass it days. Right now, we're listening to this blues CD that I got from a magazine, and man, is it a good one? It's not the one I showed on the Facebook. Not the one that looks like Zeppelin 2. This is another one. That's really good. Oh, here we go. I opened this recently. This is a record, Pisces Iscariot, by Smashing Pumpkins. And Smashing Pumpkins is one of my favorite bands. But let me tell you something about Smashing Pumpkins and how I like Smashing Pumpkins and kind of how it's been going for me in Smashing Pumpkins. I started liking them back in the 90s like everybody else. I drifted away for a while and then I came back. Then I drifted away and came back. And, I loved Oceana. I thought it was a great album. Still listen to it to this day. This was one that I never listened to. Never, ever listened to this record. Also, Zeitgeist, I never listened to that either. Sesame Dream, Melancholy, Gish. These records, yeah, I know I'm back in my freaking nutsack. I mean, I know these records great. This record, never really got into until I started collecting vinyl. Zeitgeist even though Zeitgeist isn't on vinyl, I just started listening to that album. I think it's one of their greatest albums, and people hate that album, but I love it. This one, I just started listening to on CD in my car, and I had it sealed for such a long time, and I never opened it. I listened to CD in my car, and I was like, dude, this is a great record. So I broke open the vinyl so I can play it now at home when I'm here. And I haven't actually played it yet, but I will take it out and show it to you. It just looks like all the reissues, and I'll tell you, they do a great job on reissues. The Melancholy, I'm a little disappointed with because for one, I didn't get it. So I'm disappointed that I don't have it. And I'm also disappointed that I've heard it's not worth getting because of the quality. I heard some of the sound quality on it's really bad. Now, it's kind of heartbreaking to hear that, considering that the Gish reissue, the Sesame Dream reissue, this reissue, and have all been spectacular. Have all been amazing. Heavy vinyl, nice packaging, sound quality, just wonderful on all of them. I mean, I haven't played this one yet, but I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably just as good as the Gish and the Sesame Dream, and the Oceana is really good too. So, they've been doing a really good job of pressing records. Now, how do they come out with Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, something that people have been waiting for years, and fuck it up? I just don't know how they can do that. It pisses me off, and you know what? It hesitates me to actually get it, so I'm not going to get it. I'm going to wait, because I think that a couple months, maybe 8-9 months down the road, I'm going to find a box set, and it's going to be like $50, $49, or like something like that. I'm just saying maybe. Maybe my hopes are getting up too high, but I honestly think they're going to reissue it as just like a record. Maybe they'll just come out with it just as like a record instead of the box set. I mean, I would rather just have a double LP, nothing special, nothing fancy. I don't really like box sets. I'm not a big box set guy. So anyway, thank you, Pat. Thank you for that Dust record, man. I mean, really just filled like a huge gap in my collection, as, you know, a lot of people have done. Mr. Hall of Fame sent me that, MC5, all that stuff, you know, that Church record, that Mibber Tube sent me. I mean, honestly, the VCs is like the best place in the world. I have a list this big of people that I want to send packages to, but I know that each one of those packages is going to cost $5 to $10 each to send. I just don't have that money. But I want to wait until I get like a large amount of money and I can just send them all out at once and be like, oh, then just sit back and wait for people to make videos. You know what I mean? Like, Test Dummy 22 or Crate Junkiezz sent me all this cool shit. So, you know, I got a lot of cool stuff to show you guys. And, yeah, man, just keep it fucking spinning, man. Keep digging and just keep on showing records. Love you guys. Crate Junkiezz, episode 20. Merry Christmas.